10 Best Antihero Manhwa Protagonists, Ranked. Antihero protagonists in manhwa defy traditional logic and moral responsibility, appealing to readers by forcing them to question right and wrong. These characters are morally ambiguous and driven by self-interest, using others to achieve their goals. They seek redemption, revenge, or power, often breaking societal norms and battling against corrupt systems. With readers used to conventional manhwa protagonists who signify moral responsibility and ideal heroism, antihero protagonists take an unorthodox approach and defy the traditional logic. Discarding the typical good versus evil trope, they take a more morally ambiguous path. These protagonists usually are driven by interests that may be as selfish as they are selfless. They are neither heroes nor villains. Usually not the most likable, these characters possess a knack for drawing in readers like a magnet into their ordeals, forcing them to examine the line between right and wrong. For readers more interested in this type of protagonist, here are some of the best. 10. Seth Kang. Boss in School. A combat prodigy, Seth Kang is an innately talented fighter with a twisted pleasure for inflicting pain on other students. Wary of his sadistic tendencies, his mother makes him promise never to fight again after he leaves a kid half dead. Believed to be a pushover now, he starts to get bullied by other students. His rage, however, is unleashed once more after receiving a message from his dying father, the head of a Yakuza faction in Korea. Freed from his mother's promise and heeding his father's letter, Seth is once again the monster he always was, but this time, there's no one to stop him. 9. Sun Hoon. How to Live as a Villain. Chosen to participate in a game-like competition to become a god, Sun Hoon is transported to another world alongside other players where it's no holds barred. Allowed to win by any means necessary, the competition takes an exciting but sickening turn. However, this is where Sun Hoon begins to thrive. Portrayed as talentless, Sun Hoon is as cunning and manipulative as they come. Without a shred of emotion or vulnerability, he uses and discards any acquaintance who no longer serves any purpose to him, regardless of the type of existing relationship. Unflinching and unrepentant, Sun Hoon climbs his way to the top by using anyone he can get his mind on. 8. Kyung. Regressor Instruction Manual. Kyung, the central character, is suddenly transported alongside other people to a game-like reality and tasked with the mission to save that reality from destruction. Granted an ability, Kyung is the weakest player and possesses the lowest level possible in the game. Fortunately, he is more cunning than his personality suggests. Relying on his craftiness, Kyung is determined to survive by using as many people as possible to protect himself. He encounters a warrior he deduces as a regressor who serves as the perfect meat shield. Subtly manipulating the regressor by making him believe they are working together to save the survivors, he finds the ideal puppet to mask his true intentions of an empire of tyranny. 7. Cassian Lee. Villain to Kill. One day, a hero, and the next, a villain. Cassian was formerly the top psyker, a term for heroes in the manhwa, in the world, but all of that vanishes when he is falsely accused of killing his colleague and mentor and is sentenced to death. Given another chance at life, Cassian awakens in the body of a young boy who is a renowned villain. Now a villain, Cassian is determined to unravel the mystery surrounding his execution and the death of his mentor. To do this, he must become the worst of the worst villains of all. 6. Jahali. Return of the Mad Demon. Jahali is a prime example of an anti-hero. More of a villain than an anti-hero, Jahali is a man full of ambitions that know no bounds. Known as the Mad Demon, his ideal of being the strongest martial artist alive led him to steal a precious item of the demonic cult known as the Jade of Heaven, which led to his death. Unsurprisingly, he reawakens in the past to his younger self, armed with all the knowledge and muscle memory of his martial arts skills of his previous life. Given one more chance to achieve his goals, he will not hesitate to do all that needs to be done regardless of morality. 5. Hua. Hero Killer. Hua is a byproduct of her reality and environment. Surrounded by heroes who embody the opposite of what a hero should be, Manhwa is consumed by her desire for revenge and hatred for the corrupt system that upholds these heroes. Possessing superhuman abilities, she is determined to exterminate every hero who stands between her and her quest for vengeance, regardless of who and what method is necessary to do so. Along the line of her quest, she begins to realize she may not be so different from her oppressors. 4. Zhuo Yifan. Magic Emperor. Zhuo Yifan, known as the Demon Emperor in his previous life, possesses the source of all knowledge and power, the Book of Nine Secrets. Coveting this power, Yifan is betrayed and killed by his only disciple. He is, however, handed a second chance at life. His soul possesses the body of a servant who coincidentally dies when Yifan is killed. Awakening now as a servant, Yifan plots to get back his power and vows revenge. Uncomfortably for him, the body of the servant whom he inhabits is bound by demonic magic to the mistress he serves. Unable to sever ties or abandon the family and mistress he serves, Yifan is determined to take them to the pinnacle of the continent. 3. Gagnjna. Descent of the Demonic Master. Like a cat with 9 lives, Gagnjna has lived multiple lives. In his first life, his entire family dies in an accident, and he commits suicide. In his second life, he was known and feared as the Red Demonic Master. Gagnjna tries to live normally for a change in his third and current life. Old habits, however, really do die hard. Gagnjna, still ingrained with habits and instincts of his past life as the demonic master, finds it hard to conform to ordinary society. 2. Youngwoo. Reverse villain. Youngwoo only wishes to conquer the Morim world, and only one person stands between him and his quest for domination, Shinra-Yong, his eternal rival. Both are subject to centuries of constant reincarnation, and Shinra-Yong always prevents his conquest. Reliving this rivalry for centuries, the two can't seem to get enough of each other. Reincarnated once again, but this time in a modern society where the Morim no longer exists, Youngwoo's ambition takes on a different form: world domination. Whether his ambition will be too big remains a mystery. 1. Keen Yunwoo. Nanomachine. Keen Yunwoo is the typical anti-hero because he is so morally ambiguous, not exactly on the good side, not exactly on the wrong side either, just tiptoeing the fine line separating both sides for his agenda and yielding to whichever best serves his interest at the moment. Destined to live a life of weakness and constant danger as he is the illegitimate child of the demonic cult leader, things turn around when he gets an unexpected visit from his descendant in the future, who leaves him with a gift of technology called the nanomachine. Armed with this, Yunwoo begins a journey of unrivaled strength to change the course of history.
Hello. Thank you for watching the video. Be sure to like and subscribe. If you have any suggestions for future content, comment and let me know. I know many are not comfortable with AI art, but I am saving to gather supplies to delve into other art styles. It will take time, but I am hoping to get into resin, woodworking, and metalworking. All I ask, please enjoy my videos.